Coach, just talk about the weekend that was and trying to ride that momentum into this weekend.
Yeah, obviously not an easy place to go up to with I think at the time the first place St. Cloud there and big rink and all that stuff. That's usually a tough environment to play in, and it was. But again, lots of credit to our guys. Find a way to get 4 big points up there and continue to build here throughout the season, which was great to see.
What was said in the locker room between periods on Friday night? Because obviously there was a huge change in that wild second period. What did you say to him?
Yeah, I think man, I can't remember back with all the periods in between then, but yeah, I think just really just trying to stay with our plan there, right? I thought we had a really good game plan going into that week, and it doesn't always go as scripted there early on, but can you stick with it? And then you can kind of, when you face some adversity like that, you got 2 choices to make on how you respond. You can feel sorry for yourself, or you can get to work. And I thought Jack Randall did a great job, just kind of taking a couple shifts and just really establishing a really strong work ethic there. And I thought we kind of just built off that. So again, I think it's been the same thing for us all year long in these tight games. It's just a lot of times it's how you respond to the situation that happens. And it was a great response by the group to come back in a pretty crazy affair there and find a way to win 7-6.
They adjusted so well to the big ice surface. I think we talked about this on the airplane coming home. You sometimes wish they'd keep that rink going because the Mavericks did tend to thrive on that with all that attack zone time. And sometimes you wish you could. The retrofitting isn't happening in the sports.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's I think you could tell in that first period on Friday, it took us a while to get kind of our bearings straight, and I think that's why they had that hot start on us there. But especially Saturday, I thought we used the ice to our advantage. We were patient with the puck a little bit at times, and you don't want to stay perimeter in the offensive zone, but it doesn't hurt to defend in the offensive zone as well. So I thought we just were, they play a really passive, they play that 1-2-2, and they kind of just wait for you, and we were just patient and got the looks we wanted to get and got the changes we wanted to get, and I think that was really just a good road game for us to stay within the discipline of the structure there a little bit, and I thought the guys did an excellent job.
The goalie play you got this past weekend, Coach, especially Saturday night. Yeah,
it was great to get Seth in there on Saturday. Before the weekend we had thought about that. I think again, if you look at the schedule, we've played 8 out of our last 9 games against ranked opponents. And a lot of those games, maybe besides the Denver, have been 1 goal, overtime, very close, hard-fought battles. And again, just talking to some of our guys, I think some of that mental fatigue was just setting in a little bit there. So it was great to give Simon a break on Saturday and get Seth in there to handle some of the load. And he did just that. Had a great game, and both goalies played extremely well. And ultimately, he made a couple of key saves down the stretch there, and that enabled us to get a big-time win.
You go on one night from 13 combined goals, which is the most of the season, to the next night in regulation overtime 2. What do you attribute the pendulum swing from one maybe extreme to the other?
Well, that's hockey a little bit, to be honest. I mean, you can flip on an NHL game where their payroll's $80-some million a year, and there's 5-1 games, 7-1 games, 6-5 games, right? And those guys are doing it for real, and they're the best in the world at it. So that's sometimes the way hockey goes at times. You can't always control those things. And as you by some of those chances we had in the third period there, it could have easily, we could have had maybe 4 or 5. Their goalie made some nice saves on multiple breakaways. So that's just how it swings sometimes. But obviously, you want to limit. You never want to give up that many, even if you're getting that many kind of things. So that happens once in a while. And again, you just got to look back at a little bit of why is that happening, what feedback is that giving you, and then adjust accordingly.
With that in mind, what kind of game do you expect to see out of Minnesota Duluth this weekend?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they play similar structure a little bit to St. Cloud, and where they're, they're hard, they're north-south. They like to go on the offense quickly in a hurry, a little bit like Western Michigan there. So, again, they're hard-nosed teams. They're playing some pretty good hockey of late, too, and you look at their record, and I think they're climbing up to 20, 24, 23 in the pairwise there. So, again, we expect another hard-fought battle this weekend.
To go back a few weeks against the Denver series, how did you see some of the leaders on your team step up before the St. Cloud series, and just the adjustments the team's able to make so quickly, just kind of mentally reset and go on the road and get 4 points?
Yeah, it's always tough when you get beaten. I mean, nobody's ever happy. But again, I think that's one of the neat things around here too. Is you got a lot of great support too, right? I think you got a lot of people that know the challenges that these guys face on a day-to-day basis, and just how hard it is to, like I just mentioned, you play 8 out of your last 9 games against a ranked opponent. That's not an easy feat to go through. And so I think just that staying positive and sticking with it and making sure you keep believing and doing those things. And like I said, we got lots of people here that are really supportive of our team, and I think that helps a lot too. And you know, people got your back, and they're helping out, and so it was great to see those guys. And you know some of our leaders, they're pretty mature guys that understand that you know, what matters is inside the locker room and just the things you're doing on a day-to-day basis.
Does it mean something a little extra that one of the games is on national TV this weekend, Coach?
Yeah, I think that's always fun. I think it's fun for the guys. Hopefully, you know, I don't think they put too much thought into it either, as do I, but it's always nice to be on TV and showcase our arena, our city, our fans, and that's something we take a lot of pride in, and we'll be excited to play.
Hoping for a big crowd this weekend to help support the guys' momentum.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's been awesome. I think that's something we've had, you know, throughout the history of our program, is such great support, and even more so of light to get the people out cheering. I know that gives our team a bunch of juice, and again, in these hard-fought battles, that can be a difference maker at times when you got the building rocking, and they're encouraging guys to give it everything they got. Definitely, the guys know it's there, and it rubs off for sure.